Hero is our technical person.
I wanted to say he's a wonderful man.
Oh, you can do it
Well, what am I going to say now?
too. You know what a great thing to say?
Yeah, that he's spiritual and creative. He talks about that side of love through his poem and artwork. His word poetry on song, hero,
You can take that.
winner and set up that. Would you like to come here, please?
Well, thank you for coming tonight. I've read all the poetry that's come through, so I thought I'd explain the three levels of love. Now, most of us will probably agree that love is a feeling.
He's a feeling.
So we'll start with this famous poet and writer. This is what you shall do. Love the earth and the sun, the animals, despite riches. Give alms to everyone that asks. Stand up for the stupid and crazy. Devote your income and labor to others. Hate tyrants. Argue not concerning God. Have patience and indulgence towards the people. Re-examine all you have been told at school or church or any book, and dismiss what insults your very soul, and your very flesh shall become a great poem. Walt Whitman. Okay, as we talk about love as a feeling, and this is a wonderful saying from Dr. Mark Epstein. If we really want to live a full life, both the ancient tradition of Buddhism and the modern one of psychotherapy tell us that we must recover the capacity to feel. Although emotions will only wall off us from our true selves, in fact, there can be no wholeness without an integration of feelings. And to go higher in love, as one of the most brilliant minds in the universe, it comes down to the most beautiful emotion we can experience is the mystical. It is the power of all true art and science. And he whom this emotion is a stranger, who can no longer wander and stand wrapped in awe, is good as dead. To know what is impenetrable to us really exists, manifesting itself as the highest wisdom and the most radiant beauty, which all dull facilities can comprehend only in their innermost primitive forms. This knowledge, this feeling, is at the center of our true religiousness. In this sense, and in this sense only, I belong to the ranks of devotedly religious men. Albert Einstein. I'm getting like Tony. And a famous lady, though she would never go on to be called famous, talks about love like this. We cannot do great things. We can only do small things with great love. That was Mother Teresa. And now we go higher in love. It's called, well, the saying says itself. Joy is prayer, and joy is strength, and joy is love. And a joyful heart is an inevitable result of a heart burning with love. That's Once again, Mother Teresa. And from a gentleman I can't pronounce, from the 1493 to 1541, the main reason for healing is love. So now we go to the practice. And we'll know this one, and it's the hardest challenge that we all face. And we all have a shadow. The shadow is another name for the ego. The shadow is a moral problem that challenges the whole ego personality, for no one can become conscious of the shadow without considerable moral effort. To become conscious of it involves recognizing the dark aspect of the personality as present and real. This act is the essential condition for self-knowledge, and it, therefore, as a rule, meets with considerable resistance. So anybody knows, well, I think most people would, when you go on a spiritual journey, you stir the waters. If you're normally not looking, the waters seem clear and there's no use stirring anything up. But once you get into the art of practicing spirituality through meditation, chanting, prayer, service to others, the muck comes to the surface. But ordinarily, in an ordinary life without any search, it seems like there's no muck to come to the surface. But when you dig, then it comes. So we'll go more on about this. And this is a famous, it's called, from a famous book, A Child's Garden Verse. I have a little shadow who goes in and out with me, and what can be the use of him is more than I can see. He is very, very like me from the heels up to the head, and I see him jump before me when I jump into my bed. Robert Louis Stevenson. Okay, now we come to the end. And to start from the self and try to understand all things is a delusion. To let the self be awakened by all things is enlightenment. To be enlightened about delusion is to be a Buddha. To be deluded in the midst of enlightenment is to be a normal person. You see what he's saying about that? Well, we'll just cut it short. Love in its purest and most unimaginable forms that you can imagine, it really comes down to just one word that everybody knows at some time in their life, and it's called grace. Thank you very much.